What's good, guys? I'm Jon the Chief, and for this video, it's gonna be my top 5 wish list for Fallout 76 Wastelanders. It is coming out in a week on April 14th, and I am super excited for it, guys. But there's a couple of things I want to see implemented into the game with Wastelanders that they haven't really touched up on and announced, and I really want to see these things because this is stuff that just makes the game a bit better because there's certain areas where it's a bit lacking. So we're gonna hit it with number 5, which is more legendary module usages. Now, if you guys don't know, there's these items called the legendary modules, which nobody uses because the only usages are there is for making the Vault 94 legendary scout armors. But not many people actually have done the Vault 94 raids. Most people avoid it because it is actually extremely difficult for most players. Unless you are loaded with amazing gear and you have a good squad, you are gonna struggle completing this raid on the normal difficulty and the expert difficulty, and those are the only two ways in order to unlock the schematics for these armors. And then you also have to farm them a lot in order to get all the Vault 94 steel in order to actually create them. So I would like to see actual more usages for these legendary modules because right now it just seems like something that has so much potential, but it's being used for something that is only for a very small percentage of the player base right now. Coming in at number 4, I want to see new perks in the game. Now, they were talking about adding legendary perks for your levels past level 50, where like every 50 levels you get these special perks that will carry on for all your characters. So if you have a bunch of characters past level 50, you'll have a bunch of these amazing perks that boost all your characters. It'll be for your whole entire profile, and it's gonna be really strong. But I would like to see some more general perks that go into your special stats because there's certain playstyles that aren't getting as much love, such as the pistol playstyle. Nobody mains pistols in Fallout 76, and the main reason why is because there's no anti-armor perk for pistols. There's anti-armor perks for heavy weapons, anti-armor perks for both types of rifles, and there's anti-armor perk for melee, but there's nothing for pistols or shotguns, which is why pistols aren't getting as much love. Shotguns used to be really used until they started nerfing all the ways that it worked with explosives, and now barely anybody uses shotguns because it doesn't deal enough damage because of the way armor actually affects all the damages that you deal in the game. So I would like to see some more perks that will actually help equal out the meta, make everything a little bit more viable, so that way you can have some more diversity in your playstyles. Because I have 5 characters, and let me tell you, it's not fun playing on my pistol player. It is a lot more fun playing on my guy that uses melee weapons, rifles, and heavy weapons because pistols just don't deal the same amount of damage. Even if I have some god tier drops, they will not be dealing what I want them to. And then for number 3, we're gonna have faction rep for Enclave. Now guys, the Enclave events are scattered throughout the entire wasteland, but there is an issue. There's no incentive to do them past the quest where you need to get 10 commendations because these Enclave events actually don't give any meaningful schematics or plans, and they also don't have a very high chance of spawning that many legendary enemies. So for most of the game, once you're actually past level 50, you avoid these events because they offer nothing to the players in the endgame. But the Enclave is such a well-developed faction, it is what you're supposed to be playing with for most of the base game, because at the very end it's all about joining the Enclave and nuking the Scorched Beast Queen using their resources, and you just really don't get anything out of it. And I feel like they could actually expand so much with the way this works. The faction rep system is supposed to offer you to get more materials and schematics as you build your rep with that faction. So For the Settlers and the Raiders in the Wastelanders DLC, the way it's supposed to work is that as you build up your reputation by doing their events and their quests and their dailies, you're gonna be getting better gear from their shops. But we should be doing that also for the Enclave because of how much stuff they sell. They sell some unique plasma rifles. The Enclave plasma rifle does 30% more damage than the base plasma rifle. It would be so nice in order to get better versions of these Enclave plasma weapons, maybe selected mods, so yeah, way you can actually design it the way you want it to be, instead of having to keep farming the vendor and hopefully get the mods that you want for your Enclave plasma rifle. There is so much potential with building up a faction rep for the Enclave because it's already one of the most developed factions in this game. You are adding 2 more factions to this, which are the Settlers and the Raiders, but it will still should be equaling out to what they've already developed for the Enclave, so it makes no sense for them not to allow us to build rep for the Enclave and actually get more gear from them. Then, coming in at number 2, I want to see some new endgame content. Hopefully a new raid. They haven't announced it yet, but they promised us back in summer of 2019 a brand new Vault raid that you were supposed to get during that time, but they only gave us Vault 94. You're supposed to get 2 Vault raids at that time, and they never came up with it. Hopefully they will come up with some more endgame content, because right now there's only really a few main endgame activities in the game. You can farm the Scorched Beast Queen, you can farm the Sheep Squatch, you can try and do Project Paradise and farm legendaries through that, but there's really nothing else besides that. And then they came up with the Vault 94 raid. But unfortunately, it wasn't scaled and designed to what most players are used to because people didn't like the fact that the challenge was just doing it fast. It wasn't really about playing Fallout, it was more a speed running challenge, and most people didn't enjoy that. They actually found it really annoying, and it just got disheartening when you would be so close to finishing it and the timer runs out and you have to restart all over again. So hopefully they come up with a new raid that is more about difficulty and creating a challenging and meaningful boss fight, kind of like they did with the Sheep Squatch. There were so many mechanics with the pylons. It was a very, very fun and engaging boss fight, and I really hope that they do something similar to that with this upcoming DLC, and hopefully they add a new raid to this. Then, for my final thing that I really want to see in Fallout 76 Wastelanders, it's gonna be a level cap increase for gear. Now, there is a reason for this. I'm thinking more about the actual state of the game and its economy. Right now, everybody has a bunch of duplicated, amazing gear, and everybody spent a lot of time. But in games like this, similar to Destiny, World of Warcraft, they have to actually increase the level cap in order to create a fresher state for oncoming new players and also to keep current players more satisfied, because otherwise there's going to be very little reason to actually farm the new gear that they have. They could be releasing a bunch of new armors and new weapons, but if we already have god tier versions of these weapons in our inventory, what is the purpose of going for these weapons and trying to get god tier versions of them when they still probably won't even compare to what we got? And even if, it might be just the same. So I was thinking maybe a slight level cap increase. Not one where it'll make all our gear negligible, but one where it encourages us to keep playing the game. Maybe just increase the level cap to 75. I know this would make a lot of players upset, but this happens in a lot of other video games where it actually gets the player base to keep playing the game, because that is one of the reasons why a lot of people quit, is once they have all the gear that they want, they just stop playing because there's no point in actually continuing. But if they increase the level cap, we'll have to farm more gear again, everything will feel fresher, it'll be like playing a brand new DLC. A level cap increase does keep the game fresh, and that is what I really want to see lastly from Fallout 76 Wastelanders. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see from this DLC. I am super excited for it. I can't wait for it to come out this coming Tuesday on April 14th. Let me know what you guys think. Hope all of you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and have a great day.